Here are 21 free VR games you can play right now for your Meta Quest free. Now, some of these are demos and can be found on APPLAB and SIDEQUEST, and some may not be free by the time this video goes live, but let's get to the games. Let's go. So first up then is Last Mech Standing. This is an arcade-style VR game that combines element of roguelike gameplay and shoot-'em-up action, with the game's storyline revolves around colossal monsters called behemoths, which have devastated cities worldwide. Players take on the role of a pilot of the Crimson Slayer, the last remaining giant mech and humanity's final hope for survival. And within the game, players engage in intense battles, utilizing combination of swordplay and gun shooting to defeat hundreds of creatures. As players progress, they level up and gain access to powerful weapons, allowing them to customize their playstyle. The overarching objective is to uncover the mystery behind the invasion's origins and ultimately save humanity. So next up then is the Libro demo. Now, the reason I want to put this on the list is because it's quite an interesting concept. It basically allows you to bring comic books into the virtual world and read them as if it was a book. Now, it seems simple, but it's the demo available. It's very interesting, it's very cool, definitely worth something that you could be checking out. Now, Gorilla Rooms is a Gorilla Tag fan game based on the back rooms, where you can run around the back rooms, and as always, there are some scares to be had. Now, even though this game admits to be a Gorilla Tag fan game that boasts the exact same locomotion, it does try to be something different by adding the popular back rooms in order to keep the game fresh. Next up then is The Park. Now, The Park is not a game so much but an experience where you tour the inside of natural environments with some ancient Italian statues involved. The graphics are extremely realistic, having been made in Unreal Engine. It is 100% free and also available on the Oculus Quest 1 and 2. Next up then is Funny Monkeys. Now, no free game list could ever be complete without the mandatory Gorilla Tag knockoff, and it won't be the only one on this list, but that's exactly what this is. It's the same locomotion with the same kind of backdrop. This game does exactly what you would expect it to as you run, jump and climb through the jungle, using your arms as the main source of locomotion. Next up then is Heli Raid. In Heli Raid, you assume the role of a fearless helicopter gunner aboard a Stingray, the state-of-the-art gunship, and you engage in high-octane combat, raining down on waves of enemies from the helicopter's door gun and protect your ground-based comrades as the aerial guardian. You must provide crucial support as you immerse yourself in a realistic world with dynamic enemy reactions, destructible environments, and tactile weapon feedback. Next then is Big Ballers VR. Now, Big Ballers VR is a VR sports game that recently became free on the Meta Quest 2 on APPLAB. Now, the game sees you play basketball, football, and other mini games as you face off against other players in fun PvP action. You can dribble, dunk, and sprint, with the game also featuring a training mode where you can stretch and exercise like an actual basketball player, and the game is also still being updated regularly. Next up then is Bumpy VR. Bumpy VR is a casual social VR game where your meta avatars drives a bumper car with the aim of meeting friends or other new people, where all you have to do is bump them off the edges while using special items with up to 6 players and avoiding the opponent's collisions. Next up then is Cloud Reach. Now, Cloud Reach is a fantasy virtual reality game available on SideQuest that introduces players to the unique challenges involving block stacking. The gameplay revolves around stacking blocks in a balanced manner to construct a tower. Each block placement requires careful consideration to maintain stability and prevent the tower from toppling over. As you progress, the challenge intensifies, demanding a higher level of precision and strategic planning. Next up then is Glass Breakers. Now, in Glass Breakers, you choose your combination of champions from a growing roster of the most heroic, villainous, and notorious inhabitants of the world of Moss. Each champion has their own unique abilities that will complement the others in your squad and match up against your opponents in a myriad of consequential ways. You can also customize your squad's swagger to make them distinctly your own, and once you've assembled your squad, you can battle against friends in private games or match with similarly skilled players in Glass Breakers community. Next up then is Alien Farm. Now, Alien Farm is a first-person shooter game set on an alien planet where during the day you tend to your farm, growing plants and taking care of animals, and then when night falls, hordes of giant bugs attack, threatening your farm. And as you can tell, this sounds like a wave shooter where your objective is to survive as many days as humanly possible, earn money and expand your farm. You can purchase plants, animals, weapons, earn money by selling crops like cabbages, eggs, and milk, and at the beginning of each day, you must balance your expenses between growing more crops and animals to investing in weapons and defenses. Next up then is Bounty City. Now, this is on itch.io via a name your own price. Now, while you could theoretically put $0 down as the price, I always say please support developers. It is important that money gets invested into the VR space. But Bounty City is a first-person shooting game where the game features a unique free team combat battle mechanic, and the objective is to compete for a suitcase filled with bounties, leading to intense and unpredictable battles. Players aim to claim riches and glory by outsmarting and outgunning their rivals, while shaping their own destinies in high-stakes, adrenaline-filled world. Next up then is DRFE, which is Drift Car Racing Games. Now this is a virtual reality car racing game available on SIDEQUEST. It offers a realistic, thrilling driving experience, allowing you to slide around corners, zoom past competitors, and strive to win races. The game attempts to provide a realistic driving experience complete with the sound of your car's engine and the adrenaline rush of speeding down straightaways. Next up then is Lagazoi, Echoes of the Great War. Now this game is in early access, but this game takes players back to the time of World War I, where in the game you step into the shoes of a soldier fully equipped with weapons and gear that match a historical period. The game offers an experience by meticulously recreating landscapes like trenches and treacherous mountain slopes, giving you a sense of the challenging conditions soldiers faced. The heart of the game lies in its battles, where you'll engage in fights against enemy forces, experiencing combat strategies and tactics that were used during the war. Next up then is Dead Man's Quest. Now this is a narrative-driven adventure game with a quirky pirate theme that is designed to showcase hand tracking technology. In this light-hearted experience, you'll encounter colourful characters, including a lively pirate, and engage in witty narrated dialogue, and you'll step into the shoes of an unusual character who finds themselves in a tricky situation, waking up in a hotel cell at a fort, where your mission is to solve puzzles to make your escape. The game draws inspirations from classics like Monkey Island and the humor of movies like Life of Brian. Next up then is Hans Playground. Hans Playground is a free Gorilla Tag inspired game with a standard Gorilla Tag locomotion where you travel across map by knocking off the floor and walls with your hands. Like I said, it's every Gorilla Tag inspired game, so let's just get on to the next one. So next up then is Cardio Combat Fighter. Now Cardio Combat Fighter is an action-packed fighting game set in a controlled society during a zombie virus outbreak. You possess telekinesis and superpowers, and you are the world's only hope. You must use your powers to defeat them and save the world. The game also promotes fitness, allowing you to burn calories while leveling up your character and challenging higher levels through repeated play. And next up then is Ball Balance. Now Ball Balance is a virtual reality game that challenges player skill and reflexes as they navigate through tricky levels filled with unexpected obstacles and challenges. Players must guide the ball along the path, avoiding obstacles that can make it fall. The game also requires players to maintain the health of the ball, which decreases every time it hits a hurdle. Additionally, players must reach the end point within a given time frame and collect as many diamonds as possible along the way, and with each level the difficulty increases and players must master new skills to advance in the game. Next up then is the Bowbot's Firing Range. Now Bowbots puts you in the shoes of a robot equipped with a powerful bow and an array of advanced arrows. The goal is to shoot down enemy drones, recharge their shields and protect themselves from enemy fire. Shooting targets also plays a crucial role in the game, as hitting them rewards players with even more powerful arrows, giving them an advantage over their opponents. Next up then is Box to the Beat VR. Now this is a VR boxing game that combines intense boxing action with the excitement of music. Players can experience the thrill of boxing while jamming out to their favorite tunes in a fully immersive VR environment. Now we've seen loads of rhythm-based boxing games in the past, so just straight on to the next one. Next up then is Decommission. Now Decommission is a virtual reality social deduction game where players are placed on a space station to Mars that is about to be decommissioned. The station is on the verge of collapse and players have to work together to save it from mandatory evacuation. However, among the players there is a mole whose goal is to sabotage the station and bring it down. Now I know you know where this is going. It's basically another version of Among Us. To win the game, players must identify the mole and eliminate them while still working together to repair the station systems. And be sure to check out on screen for more MetaQuest games and MetaQuest free content. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Peace.